Welcome back to another round of Legacy Lost previews. My name's Kristen Volturno.
And I'm Liana Burnside.
So Charlotte is back, and she's Charlotte, Wielder of the Sacred Spirit. She's a very interesting card.
Right, so she has barrier, and most barrier abilities specifically protect you against like an attribute, but hers protects you against a cost, specifically any cost that is equal to or less than the number of cards in your hand.
So that means if you have 2 cards in your hand, Lancelot cannot target her with the 1000 attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and considering that most threats and most spells that are in the meta right now cost 2 or less, she's gonna be an iron wall.
I definitely like that when you play her, you also draw a card, giving you more advantage. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on. I mean, a lot of people might be turned off by the whole 4 total cost, but I feel like if she costed less than what she is, she'd be kind of broken.
Yeah, so definitely, she'll find a way into a deck. It's just a matter of time.
So if you're looking to reel some deals with the fantasy resonators, you have fishing. The powerful thing about this card is the low cost.
Yes, for just the price of 1 will, you too can get a fantasy token off the top of your deck.
But it's a bit of a gamble, especially in most decks that use cheap spells.
Or Regalia. You flip it, you get a 0/0 fantasy token. Yay.
I definitely would like to see this paired with Xi'an and the Skyscraper Giant to get a 700 for 1 will.
Yeah, now that's value. However, if that isn't value enough for you, you could always go with Zia the Fisherman, and it does the same thing as fishing, but you get a warm body on top of the dill.
Yeah, not as good, but it might be played with Moosdart to give him a bit of an edge.
Right, yeah, and with Moosdart on the field, you can give a buff to all fantasies. So it's an easier way to get more value out of your fantasy token.
So we have a very heartwarming card. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. You can see the bittersweet reunion of sisters.
Mm-hmm. And this card is going to be nothing but pure sweet to play because it's one of those packed cards where if you have 2 different resonators on the field, a water one and a light one, you get to choose both effects.
So drawing for 2 is kind of, pretty good for 3. Returning a resonator to the hand, kind of, alright, that's alright.
Yeah.
But doing both for the price of 1, pretty amazing.
Yes, that is Value Town. So next up we have Ghost of Attoractia, and this card has an awesome ability that you're never going to get to use.
He's another one of those cards I'd like to see paired with Moosdart to keep up with the fantasy theme.
Mm-hmm.
Toss in something to return a blocker to the hand, just like Reunion of Sisters does, and he could be a threat.
That's true. I mean, once you land a hit, if you can do that, it really does pay for itself. Forcing your opponent to discard and getting to draw will just widen the resource gap and make it that much easier to win.
My favorite card out of all the previews, though, has to be Magic Rebound. Mm-hmm. Turn your opponent's spells against them, or steal their buffs.
Yeah, so it's even better than a counter spell. You don't just say to a spell go away, you get to take it and use it for your own.
Yeah, your opponent casts Lightning Strike, well, that's too bad. How about they take 500 instead? Or Rapid Growth on their Resonator. I'm sorry, let me just buff mine up.
Yeah, and the fact that it lets you draw a card to replace itself means that it'll keep your hand fresh with more options.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So we're almost down to the last preview articles here. We just have 2 more. We'll be with you guys to the end to see what other surprises are waiting for us in Legacy Lost. Make sure to check us out on TCGplayer.com.
See ya.
Bye.